How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul, and welcome to my Pokemon TCG Journey Episode 9. And I have quite a stack of stuff to show off today. Would you take a look at that? That's a whole lot of cards. I think it's somewhere in the realm of like 40, 50 cards total. So yeah, let's go ahead and get these all sorted here. So this stack is most of what I've ordered from Troll and Toad. I really prefer to get my cards in person in the wild whenever possible. However, it's gotten really hard to do that these days because what most shops sell are just singles from the newest sets or singles from the really old sets that are like, you know, the ones that'll actually earn a profit. It's really hard to buy penny cards that are from the eras that I want, so yeah, that means that I have to go to Troll and Toad or Collector's Cash a lot more than I would like. That being said, I decided to just go all out, and I spent literally like 60, 70 bucks at Troll and Toad this month, getting a wide variety of stuff, and I made sure to get cards from every single generation. So yeah, I'm going to start off with this beautiful Butterfree from Jungle, and I've explained this before. I am trying to get a one card per Pokemon. The older the card, the more preferable it is for me. So this Butterfree was the very first Butterfree ever created. It was in the Jungle set, and that's the one that I would prefer to get. Also got an Abra from base set, a Seeking from Jungle, and those are the only Gen 1 cards I got. But I did get some Gen 2 cards, which are pretty cool. So got this Chikorita from Neo Genesis. This is absolutely adorable. This Skarmory, Lugia, and Ho-Oh here, actually, I got these specifically for a reason. They all originate from the exact same art. So I'm going to flash the art on screen right here of the original art from this, but I just thought that this was cool, that these three Pokemon all come from a bigger art piece. And I was like, oh, well, I really want to make those those particular Pokemon for this collection. Plus, these are among the cheaper Lugia and Ho-Oh from the Gen 2 era, so it was a slightly easier decision because of that. But yeah, so I got those three right there. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? These are from Neo Discovery, and those are the last of the Gen 2 cards in this pile. Got some Gen 3 cards for the first time in a while. You might recall a few episodes ago, I got a Troll and Toad order that was just Gen 3 cards, and here we go, got some more. We got a Nose Pass. We got a Love Disc. Oh, that was it. So, moving on to Gen 4, we got this Turtwig from Diamond and Pearl, this Chimchar from Diamond and Pearl, and this Piplup from Diamond and Pearl. It was really important for me to get the starters as much as possible for each of these generations. I just love this Pachirisu. This is a promo. This is not from a set, but it is a holographic. Look at that holo pattern. It's just adorable. I just love this Pachirisu, okay? So, yeah, I had to get that. I got this Ambipom, which is also a holo, actually. So, and for the most part, what I did with Troll and Toad is I was just thinking, okay, what are some random Pokemon I don't have yet? And I just searched on Troll and Toad to see, okay, what cards do they have for that Pokemon? And if there was one that was old and cheap, I just got it. So that's how that went. But I actually did go out of my way to get some of these Gen 5 cards. We got Snivy, Servine, and Serperior from the Black and White base set. And that Serperior actually is the Crystal Shard Holo that was part of the theme deck. I got these specifically for the same reason I got the Samurott line, because this was my reintroduction to the Pokemon trading card game back in 2010, 2011 when this first released. I bought a theme deck from Target. My wife bought a theme deck. I got the Snivy one. Better if I show it off on camera there. So this is very nostalgic to me. I'm very happy to add the Snivy line back to my collection, especially the exact ones that I originally got back in the day. I also did the same with the Tepig line, Tepig, Pignite, Emboar with the Crystal Shard Holo. Yeah, so I just had to, guys. I think that the nostalgia speaks for itself. I think that most people can understand. So this is Alamamola, another one from Black and White base. And moving on to Gen 6, got a Fletchling from XY, Spritzy, and a Holo Aromatisse from XY as well. I loved the XY series. Like, it was just a perfect generation of Pokemon cards as far as I'm concerned. We got a Bergmite from, I believe, Flashfire. And moving on to Gen 7, I realized that I actually didn't have that many Gen 7 cards, so I was like, well, I better pick up a few more. So I got a Toucannon, a Togedemaru, and moving on to Gen 8, I actually, when we get to the newer sets, it matters less and less about being the oldest card, and more so about just being a card that I really like. And I love this art of Nickit. Just look at it. Nickit is my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon, and this card has 3 of them, and they're all so happy. So that one's the one I wanted to get. We got Obstagoon. Technically, it's a Galarian Obstagoon, but it's Obstagoon. They never made a non-Galarian Obstagoon card. We got this Ice Cube, which is another promo, but I loved the art, and I was like, okay, that's the Ice Cube that I want for my collection. And then I also decided to get some of the legendary Pokemon that I had been missing from my set. So got Glastrier, Spectrier, and Calyrex, all 3 holos. And I believe the Glastrier and Spectrier are, these are the only regular art versions of those cards. Every other card is either an EX or it's Calyrex riding them as a Calyrex card. So easy pickings for these. And yeah, I believe this wraps up a whole page for my Gen 8 Legendaries collection, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that was what I ordered from Troll and Toad. That's kind of what I ordered from Troll and Toad. I'll explain more later. And I still have this whole stack of stuff that I have in top loaders. So I like I said, when I went to Troll and Toad, I wanted to get whatever was cheap, but there were quite a few cards that I was like, you know what, I want those. I'm going to budget myself like $100 this month. And like I said, I only ended up spending like 60, 70 at Troll and Toad. So I spent the rest on eBay getting versions of cards for cheaper than I could have at Troll and Toad. And quite a few of those people that I bought stuff from sent me singles or sent me extras. So we got this Solrock, a Pokemon Go promo. So this is not a Gen 3 card, but I also made myself a promise that any freebies that I got from fans or from people that I buy cards from that throw freebies in, I'm going to make that the Pokemon in my binder just for adding a little story, a little extra something, a little more fun, I guess is the best way of putting it. So this is the Solrock that'll be going into my collection. They also threw in an unidentified fossil, which isn't a Pokemon, so I'll just throw that in my top drawer somewhere. Anyway, I got this full art Terrakion from Noble Victories. This is one of the very first full art cards ever. It was in only the 3rd set to have full arts. So I already had Virizion. I wanted to get the rest of the Swords of Justice, so I got Terrakion and Cobalion. So yeah. And thanks to that, I have all 3 of them. Can't wait to see them all together in my binder. And I decided, hey, if I'm going for full arts, I may as well continue on that trend. So I did get Thundurus and Tornadus and the promo Landorus. And I'm sure many collectors have these exact 3 cards in their collection. And who can blame them? These are really cool cards. All 3 of these did eventually get much cooler looking full arts, but these are the original full arts, so that's what I care about the most. And of course, the Swords of Justice wouldn't be complete without Keldeo, and I knew from the beginning that this is the exact Keldeo I wanted. It's so hard to actually get a good look at it because it's so shiny with all kinds of dark colors, but it looks so pretty, especially in real life. I knew from the beginning this is the exact Keldeo I wanted because this has always been my favorite Keldeo card. Back in the day, of course, this used to be a staple in every single deck. Everyone had at least one of these in their playing deck. But luckily now it's a little cheaper. So anyway, and I also decided full arts. Well, probably not, but I did want these EXs. These are all promo EXs for Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja. I believe these were part of 10s, if I remember right, like the 10s that have booster packs inside, if I remember correctly. I don't remember for sure, but I I remembered these existed, and I decided that these are the exact cards I wanted for the Kalos starter evolutions, so there we go. Absolutely beautiful. I especially love the Delphox. Delphox is my favorite of the three, so happy to have those. Let's see. Of course, the Tornadus Thundurus Landorus would be incomplete without Enamorus, and I decided to get this one. This is the one of the few Enamorus cards that exist. This is the one that I liked the art the most, so that'll be going with those. Oh, and then there's this final one. So, oh, and I forgot to mention, actually, some of these I actually did get from Troll and Toad, like the Landorus, Tornadus, and Thundurus I actually did get from Troll and Toad, as well as one or two others that I don't remember. But yeah, that's why I was saying that this stack of cards here, there were actually some full art legendaries in there that I took out and put in their own top loader for this video, but some of them were from Troll and Toad. Anyway, so I ordered something else here. I placed a joke bid on eBay and I won. Anyway, they sent this freebie. I already have a Lunala card, so this will not be going in the collection because I already have one. But this is a free Lunala GX, which I don't know if I've ever seen the art of before. This is absolutely beautiful. Definitely going to hang on to that. It's probably not worth anything since it's a freebie. Oh, it even came in a Lunala sleeve. That's cool. But that was awesome. That's very, very beautiful. So very appreciative of that. Anyway, it came as a freebie with this that says thank you. Guys, this is a graded CGC 5.5 Typhlosion Holo from Neogenesis. Now, as far as I can tell, there are two Holos Typhlosions from Neogenesis, and this is the least desirable one. And this one is a 5.5. It's very easy to tell that there's... Can I get a light down here? Yeah, you can tell there's like whiting all over the back. The front looks in pretty good condition though. And I am going to crack this out of the case to put it into my collection. And I know somebody's going to be like, that's going to ruin the population report of this. I know it is, but look, if somebody wants to take that and update the CGC pop report to take it out of there, be my guest. I have no idea how to do that. But I saw that it was a CGC 5.5, and in my mind, I thought, you know what, for the price that they were asking for it, for the opening bid, I was like, you know what, I could bid on that, and if I win, I'm going to get this card for a lot cheaper than it goes for not graded. And it's a low grade. It's not the worst grade ever, but it's a low grade, so yeah, true enough, I won it. No one else bid. So I got this for a lot cheaper than they usually go for. And again, I'm trying to get cards as old as possible. Yes, there are cheaper Typhlosion cards that are more recent, but this is the very first Typhlosion card as far as I'm concerned. So very happy to add that to my collection. Hopefully Meganium and Feraligatr will not be nearly as difficult to get. The Gen 2 Pokemon from the Gen 2 era are some really expensive cards. Like, whenever I eventually have to get like an Umbreon, for example, I just know it's going to hurt. But yeah, that'll bring this episode of Pokemon TCG Journey to an end. I'm very happy with all of these full arts that I got. Absolutely beautiful cards. Some EXs in there, but you know. I don't really know what my pick is for my favorite thing. Like, I just got so much stuff. I really love the three cards here that create a single piece of art. I'm very happy, of course, to add the black and white theme deck cards back into my collection. I ended up with a lot of cards today, and I don't know what my favorite is. I'm just grateful to be working on this much. So with my pickups today, I now have 20% of a complete collection. Of course, Scarlet and Violet releases later this month. I know I said last video that would be my next one, but well, things happened, so yeah, can you tell? But for real, that will be my next video, is opening up a Scarlet and Violet booster box, and I can't wait to add a lot of the Gen 9 Pokemon to my collection as well. So I hope everyone enjoyed. Let me know what Pokemon cards you picked up recently. And stay tuned for that box opening, and stay tuned for more episodes of Pokemon TCG Journey. Can't talk right now. Okay. That'll bring this to an end. Bye, everybody.